On Thursday Island, even the most precious cargo arrives by boat. Pfizer vaccines are on the final leg of their journey from Sydney. In a region that shares a border with Papua New Guinea, these vaccines are a lifeline for vulnerable Australians.
Look, none of it is easy. The whole region that we live and work in is logistically very difficult. 2 of the islands here in the Torres Strait can only be accessed by helicopter or by dinghy. Yes. Oh, yeah, well, good on you.
Dr Marlo Coates is helping lead the vaccine rollout in the Torres Strait. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the region hasn't had a single case of COVID-19. But Dr Coates is concerned about a potential outbreak.
It's a very real and a very scary thought still at this stage because we have such a vulnerable community.
In March, as cases of COVID-19 in PNG began to spike, the Torres Strait was given special permission to fast-track its rollout of AstraZeneca. But a month later, when the government announced a pause on AstraZeneca for under 50s, the rollout was put on hold.
We made a shift at that time to decide we would be a Pfizer-only site because 80% of our population is under the age of 50. So there's a very limited role for AstraZeneca then in our region.
Now, a Pfizer hub has been set up on Thursday Island. A special freezer allows the vaccine to be stored at ultra-low temperatures.
And this is a graph of temperature it's been sitting on. So it's -90 and -60 and it's been perfect. It'll enable us to keep a number of vaccines on hand rather than having to rely on just getting them delivered and then thawed.
From here, they'll be distributed to communities across 14 remote islands. The first stop is Thursday Island, the region's main administrative centre. It's becoming an increasingly popular destination for visitors. This group of cyclists has travelled over to Thursday Island for the day.
We've assembled a group of riders from all around Australia. So these guys and girls have come in from everywhere, Tasmania, Victoria, South Australia, a heap from Sydney as well.
A lot of people here. There's a tourist bus just down at the ferry. Just done a bike ride of the island, and yeah, there's a lot of people out and about. It's really good to see.
With international borders closed, the Torres Strait is expecting a larger than normal influx of domestic tourists this year. And while it will be a welcome economic injection, it raises the COVID-related risks for those on the island. But for local resident JALAYA Williams, it makes getting vaccinated a matter of priority. She's 63 and has type 2 diabetes. She's preparing to have her first dose of Pfizer.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2. That is you. That's your first one.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. I'm glad I got it, yeah. Calm me down, no? It is frightening, honestly, this COVID-19. Yeah. I just pray it doesn't come over here. Okay.
She's also concerned about a growing COVID-19 outbreak in Papua New Guinea. SAIBA Island is just 4 kilometres from PNG. It was the first island to receive the AstraZeneca vaccine when the rollout was fast-tracked in early March. Back then, 90% of people on SAIBA received their first dose. But only about 66% of those returned for their second dose last week. Traditional owner HERBERT WARUSAM was one of them.
How did that feel?
Yeah, good.
That was okay?
Like a big mosquito.
Big mosquito bite, excellent.
I'm feeling great about my second dose of the vaccine. Yeah, I'm feeling all right, yeah.
Mr WARUSAM is concerned about his relatives in Papua New Guinea and wants to see the border between the neighbouring regions open back up.
Because I'm so close to PNG there, we were so used to them mingling with us daily for years, decades, and now no more. Yeah. So it's sad in a way. That's what COVID's done.
But not everyone in the region is convinced about getting the vaccine. Back on Thursday Island, where Pfizer is being administered, Carol Thompson runs a respite centre for elderly residents.
you had your COVID, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, good on you. I've been trying to talk to them and trying to convince them that it's best for themselves, especially given our age. Some will, but some are really adamant that no, they leave it in the hands of the Lord.
Surrounded by vulnerable people, she's extremely worried about COVID-19.
Yeah, I had to bring out the fact that it's coming whether you like it or not, and you know, I have some at risk, so trying to tell them point blank that you may die if you don't get it done.
There is some vaccine hesitancy around, but there's been vaccine hesitancy across the entire of our country, in all of our major cities, across the political spectrum, and we're experiencing that here in the Torres Strait as well.
The health community in the region is working hard to address vaccine hesitancy through community consultation and hopes to have 70% of people fully vaccinated by Christmas. But with the rollout still in its early stages and many more communities to get to, there is a big task ahead.
Very important across our region that we identify those groups of people who are at more risk of harm and went about trying to protect them.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.